Today I want to talk to you about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and that is breaking out of your comfort zone. You see, most people live their lives in a very small circle. They do the same things day in and day out. They have the same routines, and they never venture outside of their comfort zone. But let me tell you, my friends, staying in your comfort zone is the fastest way to mediocrity. Now, I'm not saying that your comfort zone is a bad place to be. It's comfortable, it's safe, and it's familiar. But if you want to achieve greatness in your life, if you want to reach your full potential, you have to be willing to step out of that comfort zone. Think about it this way, my friends. When you were a baby, you didn't stay in your comfort zone of crawling forever, did you? No, you had to take that first step and start walking. And sure, you may have fallen a few times, but you kept getting up and trying again until you mastered it. And now, walking is second nature to you. The same principle applies to every aspect of our lives. If we want to grow, if we want to achieve our goals and dreams, we have to be willing to take that first step and break out of our comfort zone. Now, I know it's not easy. It can be scary and uncomfortable to try new things and step outside of what we know. But let me tell you, my friends, growth and comfort cannot coexist. You cannot grow and stay comfortable at the same time. So how do we break out of our comfort zone? Well, the first step is to identify what your comfort zone is. What are the things you do every day without even thinking about it? What are the routines and habits that keep you in that safe and familiar place? Once you've identified your comfort zone, it's time to start pushing the boundaries. Start small, my friends. Take on a new challenge, try a new hobby, or even just take a different route to work. It doesn't have to be a huge change, but it's important to start somewhere. And when you do step out of your comfort zone, don't be afraid to fail. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the journey to success. Every successful person has failed at some point, but the difference is that they didn't let that failure keep them in their comfort zone. They learned from it and kept moving forward. Another important aspect of breaking out of your comfort zone is surrounding yourself with people who will support and encourage you. Find a mentor who has already achieved what you want to achieve and learn from them. And don't be afraid to ask for help or advice from those around you. We all need a little push and support sometimes. And finally, my friends, remember that breaking out of your comfort zone is a process. It's not something that happens overnight. It takes time and effort, but the rewards are worth it. You will grow, you will learn, and you will become a better version of yourself. Take that first step, and then keep taking more steps. And before you know it, you will look back and see just how far you've come. Next, I want to talk to you about a very important topic, mastering your mindset. You see, our minds are like a garden. If we want to grow beautiful flowers, we have to take care of the soil, water it, and provide it with sunlight. Similarly, if we want to have a successful and fulfilling life, we have to take care of our minds. Now, let me ask you this. What kind of thoughts do you have on a daily basis? Are they positive or negative? Are they empowering or limiting? You see, our thoughts are like seeds. If we plant positive and empowering thoughts, we will reap positive and empowering results. But if we plant negative and limiting thoughts, we will reap negative and limiting results. So it is crucial that we become aware of our thoughts and learn to master them. How do we do that? Well, the first step is to become aware of our thoughts. Pay attention to the thoughts that come into your mind. Are they serving you or holding you back? If they are holding you back, it's time to change them. The second step is to replace negative thoughts with positive ones. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this, replace it with, I can do this, I am capable and determined. It may sound simple, but it takes practice. Just like a muscle, our minds need to be trained and strengthened. The third step is to surround yourself with positive and empowering people. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you want to have a positive and empowering mindset, surround yourself with people who have the same mindset. They will inspire and motivate you to become the best version of yourself. Another important aspect of mastering your mindset is to have a clear vision and purpose. You see, without a clear vision and purpose, our minds can become cluttered with doubts and fears. But when we have a clear vision of what we want to achieve and a strong purpose behind it, our minds become focused and determined. Now let me tell you a secret. Successful people have a different mindset than unsuccessful people. They have a growth mindset. They believe that they can learn and improve no matter what their current circumstances are. On the other hand, unsuccessful people have a fixed mindset. They believe that their abilities and talents are fixed and cannot be changed. But here's the thing, my friends, our mindset is not fixed. We have the power to change it. We have the power to adopt a growth mindset and achieve our goals and dreams. How do we do that? By constantly learning and growing. Reading books, attending seminars, listening to podcasts, and surrounding ourselves with successful people are all great ways to expand our minds and adopt a growth mindset. Another important aspect of mastering your mindset is to take responsibility for your life. You see, our thoughts and actions are a result of our choices, and we have the power to make better choices. We cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. So take responsibility for your life and make the necessary changes to create the life you desire. Lastly, I want to remind you that mastering your mindset is a journey, not a destination. It takes constant effort and dedication. But I can assure you, my friends, that the rewards are worth it. When we have a positive and empowering mindset, we can overcome any obstacle and achieve our wildest dreams. Next, I want to discuss goal setting and planning. You see, setting goals and making plans is like building a roadmap for your life. Just like how you need a map to reach your destination when you go on a trip, you also need a plan to reach your goals in life. Now, some people may say, why do I need to set goals and make plans? I'm happy with where I am right now. But let me tell you, my friends, that's not the right attitude to have. You see, we are all capable of achieving great things in life, and setting goals and making plans is the key to unlocking our full potential. So let's start with goal setting. First and foremost, you need to have a clear idea of what you want to achieve. This means having a specific goal in mind. For example, if you want to become a doctor, your goal should be to complete medical school and become a licensed doctor. Next, your goal should be measurable. This means that you should be able to track your progress and know when you have achieved your goal. Going back to the example of becoming a doctor, you can measure your progress by completing each year of medical school and passing your licensing exams. Your goal should also be achievable. This means that it should be realistic and within your capabilities. It's good to dream big, but it's also important to set goals that you can actually reach. If your goal is to become a doctor, but you don't have the aptitude or resources for it, then it may not be achievable for you. Now let's talk about the importance of setting a deadline for your goal. Without a deadline, your goal is just a wish. You need to have a specific date in mind by which you want to achieve your goal. This will give you a sense of urgency and motivate you to take action towards reaching your goal. Lastly, your goal should be relevant to your life and your values. It should align with your passions, interests, and values. If your goal is not something that truly matters to you, then you may not have the motivation to work towards it. Now, once you have set your goals, it's time to make a plan to achieve them. A goal without a plan is just a dream. So let's talk about how to make an effective plan. First, you need to break your goal down into smaller, actionable steps. This will make your goal seem less daunting and more achievable. Going back to the example of becoming a doctor, your steps could include getting good grades in high school, applying to medical schools, and completing each year of medical school. Next, you need to assign a timeline to each step. This will help you stay on track and ensure that you are making progress towards your goal. It's important to be realistic with your timeline, but also push yourself to stay on track. Another important aspect of planning is to anticipate obstacles. There will always be challenges and setbacks along the way, but if you anticipate them, you can come up with solutions to overcome them. This will help you stay motivated and not give up when things get tough. And finally, it's important to track your progress and make adjustments to your plan if needed. Sometimes things may not go according to plan, and that's okay. It's important to be flexible and make changes to your plan if necessary. As long as you are moving towards your goal, it doesn't matter if you take a different route. And now, I want to talk to you about something that has the power to change your life in ways you can't even imagine. It's something that every single one of us possesses, yet few of us truly understand its potential. I'm talking about the power of attitude and mindset. You see, my friend, attitude and mindset are like the steering wheel of your life. They determine the direction you go in and the path you take. They are the lenses through which you see the world and the filters through which you process your experiences. And just like a steering wheel, they can either guide you towards your destination or lead you astray. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have all the luck in the world? They seem to effortlessly attract success, happiness, and abundance into their lives. And on the other hand, there are those who seem to constantly struggle and face one obstacle after another. What sets these two groups of people apart? It's their attitude and mindset. You see, my friend, it's not about what happens to you in life, but rather how you react to it. Your attitude and mindset determine whether you see obstacles as challenges or as roadblocks. They determine whether you see failures as opportunities to learn and grow or as reasons to give up. They determine whether you see the glass as half full or half empty. And here's the best part. You have the power to choose your attitude and mindset. That's right, my friend. You have the power to control the steering wheel of your life. You can choose to have a positive attitude and a growth mindset, and that will make all the difference. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're driving down a road and you come across a detour. Now you have two options. You can either get frustrated and angry, cursing at the inconvenience and feeling like the universe is against you, or you can choose to see it as an opportunity to explore a new route and discover new things along the way. The situation is the same, but your attitude and mindset make all the difference. You see, my friend, your attitude and mindset not only affect your own life, but they also have an impact on those around you. Have you ever noticed how being around someone with a positive attitude and a growth mindset can lift your spirits and motivate you? And on the other hand, being around someone with a negative attitude and a fixed mindset can bring you down and drain your energy. That's the power of attitude and mindset. Now let me tell you a little secret. Your attitude and mindset are not fixed. They are like muscles that you can train and strengthen. And just like going to the gym, it takes consistent effort and practice to see results. So how can you train your attitude and mindset? First, start by being aware of your thoughts and beliefs. Are they mostly positive or negative? Do you believe that you have the power to create your own destiny? Or do you feel like a victim of circumstances? Once you become aware, you can start to challenge and change any negative thoughts and beliefs. Second, surround yourself with positive and growth-oriented people. As the saying goes, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, so choose your company wisely. Third, make a habit of practicing gratitude. Every day, take a few moments to think about all the things you are grateful for in your life. This will help shift your focus from what you don't have to what you do have, and it will bring more positivity into your life. And finally, never stop learning and growing. Keep an open mind and be willing to try new things. Remember, your mindset is not fixed, and there is always room for improvement. Building relationships and networking are 2 essential skills that can greatly impact your personal and professional life. As the great philosopher Aristotle once said, man is by nature a social animal. This means that we, as humans, thrive on connections and relationships with others. And in today's fast-paced world where competition is fierce and opportunities are abundant, building relationships and networking have become more important than ever before. Firstly, let's define what it means to build relationships. Building relationships is the process of establishing and nurturing connections with others. It involves getting to know people, understanding their needs, and finding ways to add value to their lives. Building relationships is not just about making friends or being liked by others. It's about creating mutually beneficial partnerships that can lead to personal and professional growth. Now let's talk about networking. Networking is the art of building and maintaining a network of contacts. It involves actively seeking out new connections and maintaining existing ones. Networking is not just about collecting business cards or attending events. It's about building meaningful relationships with like-minded individuals who can support and guide you on your journey to success. So why are building relationships and networking so important? Well, let me tell you, my friend, the truth is, no one can achieve success alone. We all need help, guidance, and support from others. And that's where building relationships and networking come into play. By building strong relationships and expanding your network, you can tap into a wealth of knowledge, resources, and opportunities that can help you reach your goals faster and more efficiently. But building relationships and networking are not just about what you can get from others. It's also about what you can give. The key to building successful relationships and networking is to focus on adding value to others. As the saying goes, you can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. By adding value to others, you not only strengthen your relationships, but also build a positive reputation and trust with others. So, how do you build relationships and network effectively? Well, my friend, it all starts with your mindset. You must have a genuine desire to connect with others and add value to their lives. You must also be willing to step out of your comfort zone and be open to meeting new people. Remember, every person you meet has the potential to become a valuable connection. So don't be afraid to strike up a conversation with someone new or attend networking events in your industry. In addition, it's important to be a good listener. People love to talk about themselves, so make an effort to ask questions and listen attentively. This will not only help you learn more about the other person, but also show that you care about what they have to say. And don't forget to follow up with your new connections. Send a thank you note or an email and stay in touch regularly. This will help you maintain and strengthen your relationships over time. Another important aspect of building relationships and networking is to be genuine and authentic. People can sense when someone is being fake or insincere. So be yourself and let your true personality shine through. This will help you build trust and genuine connections with others. Lastly, always remember that building relationships and networking is a two-way street. It's not just about what you can get from others, but also what you can give. So be willing to help others, offer your expertise and support, and be a valuable resource for your connections. This will not only strengthen your relationships, but also bring you a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. And lastly, let's talk about the power of habits and daily routines. Now, I know what you might be thinking, Jim, habits and routines, that sounds boring. But let me tell you, my friends, these seemingly mundane things are the keys to success and happiness in life. You see, habits are like the building blocks of our lives. They may seem small and insignificant at first, but over time, they shape who we are and what we achieve. Just like a house is built brick by brick, our lives are built habit by habit. And just like a strong foundation is necessary for a sturdy house, good habits are necessary for a successful life. Now let's talk about routines. A routine is simply a set of actions that we do on a regular basis. And while routines may seem monotonous, they are actually what keep us on track and moving towards our goals. Think about it. Successful people have daily routines that they follow religiously. They wake up at a certain time, exercise, eat a healthy breakfast, and then get to work. They have a routine for their work, for their personal life, and for their self-care. And it is these routines that help them achieve their goals and live a fulfilling life. But here's the thing, my friends. Not all habits and routines are created equal. Just like how some bricks are stronger than others, some habits and routines are more beneficial than others. We must be intentional about the habits and routines we develop because they will ultimately determine our success or failure. So how do we develop good habits and routines? Well, it all starts with our mindset. We must have a growth mindset, meaning that we believe we have the power to change and improve ourselves. We must also have a clear vision of what we want to achieve in life. This vision will serve as our guide in developing habits and routines that align with our goals. Next, we must be consistent. Consistency is key when it comes to developing habits and routines. We cannot expect to see results if we only do something once in a while. We must make a conscious effort to do these actions every day until they become second nature to us. Now let's talk about the power of small actions. You see, my friends, it's the small things we do every day that add up to big results. It's not about making huge changes overnight. It's about making small, consistent changes that will compound over time. For example, if you want to improve your health, start by drinking an extra glass of water every day. Then add in a 10-minute walk. These small actions may seem insignificant, but over time, they will lead to a healthier lifestyle. Another important aspect of developing good habits and routines is accountability. We must hold ourselves accountable for our actions and have someone who can hold us accountable as well. This could be a friend, a mentor, or a coach. Having someone to check in with and hold us accountable can make a huge difference in our success. Now let's address the elephant in the room, bad habits and routines. We all have them, and they can be hard to break. But let me tell you, my friends, it is possible to break bad habits and replace them with good ones. It takes time and effort, but it is worth it in the end. One way to break a bad habit is to replace it with a good one. For example, if you want to stop snacking on unhealthy foods, replace that habit with snacking on fruits and vegetables. And finally, let's talk about the importance of self-care in our daily routines. It's easy to get caught up in our busy lives and neglect ourselves. But self-care is crucial for our well-being and success. We must make time for ourselves every day, whether it's through meditation, reading, or simply taking a walk. Remember, we cannot pour from an empty cup. We must take care of ourselves first in order to be able to take care of others and achieve our goals. In closing, my friends, the power of habits and daily routines cannot be underestimated. They are the building blocks of our lives and the keys to our success and happiness. We must be intentional about the habits and routines we develop, be consistent, hold ourselves accountable, and prioritize self-care. Remember, small actions done consistently over time will lead to big results. So let's start building our lives brick by brick, one good habit and routine at a time. Thank you.